Gentlemen, we are approaching the season where we can finally start wearing less and going out more. Let's talk about a few options of spring fragrance that might be worth your while. I love them. You might like them as well. I'm not going to say that these are the best, but these are ones that I absolutely recommend as we're going into that spring season. Let's talk through this.
I smell like heaven. Can you feel it too? Like roses and amber dipped in morning dew. I smell like heaven, and it's all for you. Oh, it's all for you.
Like I said in the disclaimer, this is not what are the best fragrances. So if you are tuning in looking to see what I consider the best, I apologize. That's not what this is going to be. This is more or less what am I going to be wearing during the spring season? What is something I prefer on my skin? So with no further ado, I do want to start this off with one of my personal favorites. It's actually one that if you pay attention to the things that I wear, I've mentioned before, I don't always have to wear the most manliest fragrance. So I do love a good floral. I love the scent of rose in my fragrance. So the first one I'm gonna start off with, Bond Number 9, West Side. You see, it's a fairly decorative, interesting bottle. Before I get into the note breakdown of this fragrance, I want to go into the things that I normally talk about after I go into the notes. This one is not a loud projector. This one is more intimate. It's perfectly fine, but it's still a lovely scent. And I say intimate, maybe about a foot away, somebody may smell that beautiful rose coming off of your skin. On skin, maybe about 5-6 hours, but I do spray this on my clothes a lot more than I do my skin. Seems to do a lot better on clothing than it does my skin, and it's just my personal skin. But what do we have in here that has drawn me to making this a purchase? So West Side opens up with rose, peony, vanilla. There's some sandalwood, ylang ylang, some amber, and some vanilla. It's not the most complex as far as what's in here, but it is a very good rose scent. If you like a floral and you're okay with your masculinity, I say give this a shot. Do want to warn you, because it is Bond Number 9, can be steep on the pricing. You can, of course, find it on black market for under the $500 retail, but personal favorite of mine, this will be being worn during the spring season. Next on the list, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it with the theme of Bond. So my next scent that you're going to smell on me this spring, Bond Number 9, Bleecker Street. This was my first purchased Bond Number 9 bottle, and I was not disappointed. This on skin, I'm getting about 6.5, 7 hours on skin. On clothing, it seems to last about maybe 10 hours. This one garners the compliment factor. It's a very clean smell. Projects maybe about 2.5, 3 feet, but I recognize when I wore this, men and women alike were like, yo, whatever you have on smells good. On the opening of this, starts off with some violet leaf, blueberry, and some thyme. When it starts to simmer down and dry, you get some cinnamon, some jasmine, and some cedar wood. And down at the base of this, you get some vanilla, some caramel, oak moss, suede, patchouli, and some amber. Again, this one, you're going to smell on me this upcoming months. Next scent that you're absolutely going to smell on me this spring is one that I wore a lot last year. It is Amouage Reflection Men. As you see, I put a dent in here. That is because I abused this last year. It was different for me as far as everything else that I already owned for the spring. When I smelled it, instant buy. On me, instant compliment factor. This one on skins, possibly 9.5 hours. If you are familiar with the House of Amouage, you know that they make product that lasts long on skin. Honestly, I may get 10 hours. It really just depends. Projection, maybe about 4 feet here. I can't say enough good about this. This on me, projecting off of my skin and off of my clothes, this was lovely. On clothes, I'm noticing about 18, 20 hours, maybe 24. It's not one that I have to overspray. Actually, everything that I've went over so far, West Side, I may have to overspray on clothing. This, you only need a couple of sprays. This is a beast mode performer, at least for me. So this opens up with some rosemary, some pink pepper, and some petitgrain. When this starts to dry down, you get some jasmine, some orris root, some neroli, and some ylang ylang. And then down at the base, you got some vetiver, you got some patchouli, some cedar wood. All in all, yeah, you're gonna smell this on me a lot, a whole lot. The first 3 fragrances that I went over, $500 bottles. Next bottle, we're dropping that down by a mess load. This is one that was given to me for Father's Day last year from my daughter. Smelled it, loved it, wore it a lot, and I think you might like this. This is Azzaro Wanted. I want to say projection-wise, I was maybe getting about 3 feet before someone smelled me, maybe 2.5. On skin, this is lasting about maybe 5-6 hours. On clothes, also maybe about 6 hours. Not as beast mode as the last one that I just referred to. However, this is still a really solid fragrance. Note breakdown on this, just 3 notes. You got blueberry, you got sage, you got vetiver. Still a very, very great smelling spring scent. This, honestly, for what you're paying for it, it smells a little more luxurious than that. It smells to the equivalent of the first 3 that I went over, not even half of the price. This was, the other 3 were $500. Believe that this is a $100 bottle. Definitely need to smell this, but definitely rocking this spring. Keeping it with the lower price point, next fragrance I actually found in Marshall's, and there was this big frenzy about these bottles being in Marshall's. I only paid $45 for this. Great scent for this season. This is Gucci Guilty Love Edition. And yeah, man, this is a good one. This one doesn't perform as high as the other ones. I want to say maybe 4 hours on skin, 4-5 hours on clothing, but still a good scent. I'm going to be wearing this a lot this spring. And just like the other one, just very simple on the notes. We got juniper and we got orange blossom. Still a very, very good fragrance. Kind of went under people's radars until it ended up hitting Marshall's. If you get lucky, find it in Marshall's. Absolutely worth the $40. You can't, or $45. Can't go wrong with it. If you happen to find it at, I believe Macy's still has this. This was a release from the prior year. Macy's may sell it for like $75-$80, but I'm wearing this. It's a good scent. Next on my list, this one here. I don't really like a lot from this house personally. I have a couple things from the house, just my personal preference. I know a lot of people seem to have this house highly ranked. I don't know if it's because of the name or not. This one here, though, doesn't get spoke about enough when we talk about this house. This is Tom Ford Beau de Jour. This is a fougere. It's heavy lavender, smell fresh out of a barbershop. This is just old school classic barbershop, and I think that's why I love it. You pay me attention, you see I'm a well manicured man. I get my hair cut every single week. This just reminds me of getting a fresh haircut. So this is a real herbal essence. You get lavender, rosemary, oak moss, basil, geranium, mint, patchouli. It's just a big bag of herbs. This, however, I like it. You're gonna smell this on me. You're absolutely gonna smell this on me. Last on the list, but will not be last on my skin, Creed Green Irish Tweed. This right here, this is a manly man smell. If you are familiar with Creed, you know that they make quality product. This, yeah man, you're gonna smell this on me a lot. This got a lot of compliments. The first time I ever wore it, projects about maybe 4 feet, 3 feet maybe. Longevity, maybe 6 hours on my skin, maybe 12, 14 hours on clothing, but can't say enough about it. This may be my favorite one that's on the list that's probably gonna get the most wear this upcoming spring. Opens up with iris, starts to dry down, you get some violet leaves. Down at the base, you get sandalwood and ambergris. Absolutely lovely fragrance. Gonna get a lot of play this springtime off of my skin, off of my clothes. And yeah, if you have an opportunity, smell this. Don't take my word on this one because the price point is fairly high. Go smell this, put it on your skin, and then come back in the comments and tell me how you felt about this. So talk to me. This spring, what are you gonna actually bring out? Did I bring out things that were too costly? You think I should lower the price? I might post another video of my other spring fragrances that I plan to wear, because those were more in the florals, but I do have some more springy, fun, fruit-filled fragrances. Talk to you later.